While preparing for this assessment to play the Calibri song, I imported the track into Fruit Loops 12. I then ran it through a couple of different buses, two with different EQs. First EQ was to isolate just the bass, and the second one was to completely remove the bass. I used the isolate track to then write out my own score for the section A, part 2, A and B. I then used the song within FL, cut it up, and then arrange my own backing track that I can then practice to. I'd slowly bring the level of the track down until I reached the point where there was just a click playing, so I was more used to playing to the click and more used to where the note placements were with the click. I then started increasing the tempo. I started about 70 BPM, and at that tempo I learned each section of the song so that I understood the melody of the bass line and the rhythm of it. I used the score I created and the slurred BPM to learn it section by section. I started with the A section. I then learned the alternative timing for the B A section with the walk up, and then with the part B section I did it a couple bars at a time, so I was learning the riff for each chord as they changed. I found this to be very beneficial because it allowed me to really hear what the bassist was doing on the track, and it also just gave me a better understanding of what I'd need to play and how to play it. With the walking bass line, I used the provided chart and track in my DAW again, but I used that as more of just a backing track to practice to rather than learning the song. It allowed me to experiment with different walking lines in both the 2 and the 4 feel, experiment with chromatics, experiment with different scales and chord tones, and allowed me to really get to grips with the song. In regards to physically playing the song, I spent a lot of time with the walking line just practicing over and over to the same loop section, just to experiment with different ideas, see what worked, see what didn't work. But with Calibri, I would just slowly bring the BPM up over time. Once I got to 100, that was the hardest part, getting from 70 BPM to 100. But once I was at 100, getting to 108 and sitting comfortably at 108 didn't become much of a challenge. It's because I spent a lot of time playing between 100 and 108 to a click. But I'd be practicing my 8th notes and my 16th notes with different fingering patterns and different shapes, just so that my fingers became a lot more independent, my hand shifted a lot more independently, and so that I would have a more comfortable time playing the song. One of the biggest issues I had was trying to move from one place on the neck to the other quickly but comfortably, so I started doing it slowly and then working up so that I instantly knew how far I had to move my fretting hand. I had some issues with the chart provided for the song, as there were some mistakes and errors with the chord tones and a few notes, so I am glad that I decided to rewrite my own chart and compare the two, and I believe that the chart I played from is as accurate as I could get it to the track. Yeah.